Excuse me.
I'm going by the door.
Hello.
Because I don't really want any distraction because this is going to take some time for us to get understanding. But this is to help us to benefit for our prosper, and to help us as far as things that we may want without spending so much money to get. This also.
Sorry. I'm calling back on my phone.
Hello.
All right. So what I want to introduce John. John is going to explain a lot of things on how we can benefit. This is really a blessing, everybody, because when I was there, I jumped on it quick. And I mean, when I said I jumped on it quick, I had peace in my heart about it. And so I even went home and I Googled it. I went and looked up Federal Bureau, and everything is good. So the company, the people that I'm with, that I fellowship with, they're constantly trying to make sure how we can have a better financial life. So let's just thank John for going out of his way and then coming today to show us how we can benefit from it. So thank you.
Thank you.
We working on somebody.
Yeah, she'll do that one. That's fine.
That's it. Okay. Then we'll start on what later.
Now, before we get started here, I just kind of like to kind of know who. Oh boy, somebody got locked out of their car and I have no keys. Hold on. I like to kind of know who I'm talking to and stuff like that. We might have some technical difficulties here. My projector seems to be doing that right there. But we're going to go ahead and go with what we got. But this is going to go around the room. Everybody kind of introduce themselves to me. And maybe you can just tell me a little bit about yourself, maybe what you are trying to do over the next 3 to 5 years financially, what do you do for a living, and then we'll kind of go from there. So we can start, we'll start with you.
Okay. My name is Bianca Cummings. I'm married with 2 kids and 1 on the way. I'm certified a medical assistant. I plan on going back to school for my associates and business.
Okay. Nice to meet you. I'm John.
Hi, my name is Leela Starks. I have 2 children, single. My goals are to go to school and be a medical assistant on my own.
My name is Dominique Walker. I have my associate's degree in dental hygiene, but now I'm going back to school for law. So I'm just trying to get myself in a position where I love my career and I'm making good money and I love what I do. So I went to school and I found out that I really didn't like it. So I'm kind of starting over. But I'm ready to, start over and keep it moving.
My name is Tiara Mills. I have 2 kids. My goals is to finish my degree as education within math and chemistry and to be an upcoming gospel singer.
Upcoming.
Gospel singer.
Oh, okay. Great.
She got it.
She might be a boy there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm Keisha. I'm married. I have 1 son, and I'm ready to go back to school and get back into the career field and start working.
My name is Mr. Handsome, aka Two Real Willis. I'm married, got 1 son. I got a diploma. I'm going back to school for production, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, what we're going to talk to you today about is an opportunity called Econ, and what we are is a company that actually helps people achieve personal financial success. And every time I talk to people about that, they have little to no clue what I'm talking about. If I ask 10 different people what personal financial success is, they'll give me 10 different definitions. Some people say it's, well, when you got it going on, and I kind of play around with it, and I say, well, okay, well, what does that mean? And they say, well, it's when you're driving a certain kind of car, or living in a certain kind of home, or doing certain kind of things in your life. Well, those things actually have nothing to do with personal financial success. Personal financial success is when you have enough money, number one, to live the lifestyle that you desire, whether that's $20,000 a year or $500,000 a year. But at the same time, at one day in your life, something's going to happen to you. One of three things. Number one, either you're going to get too elderly to work, you're going to decide you don't want to work, or the job will get rid of you. And when those things happen, you got to have enough money to pay your bills, irregardless to you working, because that is going to happen to you in your life. And a lot of people call this retirement. Now, what I find is 96% of the population are failing at what is called retirement. So we're going to talk to you about how you can kind of circumvent that, fix that situation. I don't know if my thing was just sitting out there in the cold too long, or my cord is messed up. So excuse these colors here, but we still going to be able to get the gist of what I'm talking about here. Now, tell you a little bit about me. I was born and raised here in Detroit. I actually used to be a shift manager for Marriott right at the Metro Airport. I did that for several years. And one of the reasons why I decided to go into business is because I had a little girl. Matter of fact, she was around that age at that time. And I was trying to figure out how to make more money. And I could see that I could not climb up this quote-unquote corporate ladder. So I started looking at no money down real estate, vending machine businesses, all kind of things that I could do to make myself some money. I fell in this industry because it made sense. It gave me the opportunity to get two things. Number one, matter of fact, let me ask you something. Anybody here ever thought about going into business? Okay, just give me some ideas of what you guys thought about going into. Cooking. Okay. So just like a catering business? Okay. So would it just be you, or were you talking about something national? What do you think about?
I wouldn't say national, but just, start off small.
Okay.
And work your way around.
Okay. What other type of businesses?
A franchise,
What type of franchise?
restaurant,
Restaurant. Okay. 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 Candy store. Okay.
Tutoring for children who is lacking
Okay.
essential needs.
Yeah.
Now,
clothing store.
I think all those are great ideas. But here's the thing. Especially in our community, we have to get what I call is a bigger scheme of thinking. Okay? A lot of times we have about 3 different ideas about going into business. One of them is beauty salon or barbershop. Other one is lawn service. And the other one is soul food restaurant. That's about what we do. Now here's the issue. Here's what we can see. We got to get past this, and we're going to get into my econ. We got to think bigger on the scheme of things. Okay? Anybody here believe in Valentine's Day? Y'all celebrate this. Okay? Now, what's the soul food restaurant in this area that you kind of go to and get food? Any of them?
In the area?
Yeah.
I know most of the
What's the Coney Islands?
yeah, like Steve Soul Food.
Okay, Steve Soul Foods. Would you take your significant other there for a night out on the town for Valentine's night at Steve Soul Food?
Yeah, I got some good food.
You would.
I'll ride.
Not restaurant,
You
not
would do that. You would do that, right? See, what's my point? My point is this. Our people build restaurants that we don't typically want to bring our people to on a nice setting. It's good to just get some good food, sitting on, little tables like this with some paper plates and stuff, but then when you want a good night out, you don't take them there. You want to go where the ambiance is nice, they got nice fine china, right? You gotta take them to something like that. See, we got to get out of this mindset. See, we got to get a better mindset. See, we got a broke down mindset when it comes to business. See, we talking about, I want to take my honey to Red Lobster. I want to take something like that, right? Benihana's, okay? All this stuff. So we got to get a different mindset or idea of what in the world business is. Yes, that is a business, but it's not a mainstream business. Because, see, somebody's not going to drive from Flint, Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, or something like that to come to Steve Soul Food in Detroit. Make sense?
Right.
Now, there are restaurants where people drive 35, 40 miles to go get some food. So that's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
So we got to change that. Now, I'm going to talk to you about a business here today. Not a little broke down business, a business where you're going to be in business with several Fortune 500 companies. You're going to have a mainstream showcase. Everything is going to be in your favor, okay? But now, sometimes we don't understand that this type of business is actually just as good as any other business because we got a traditional mindset. And a traditional mindset means if I don't have a business unless I got a building and I got some employees and a storefront and I got some place to go and I just go in there. No, this is a building that's going to be, I mean not a building, but a business that's going to be a virtual business. That means it's online. Anybody here know that online is the name of the game? On the internet. Anybody here shop online, do anything like that? Okay. We don't talk about that. Tell you a little bit about my Econ. We're a fast-growing, debt-free, technology-driven company. I'll make this a little bigger so y'all can see it. All right. Okay. Fast-growing, debt-free, technology-driven company. We didn't borrow a dime from anybody to put this company together. Number two, we got a veteran leadership team that has over 100 years of experience at the top. So, they got experience, so that's one of the main reasons the company go out of business, so they don't, for inexperienced leadership, so we don't got that. The other reason the company goes out of business is they got a lot of debt that they cannot pay for. So they got a whole bunch of bills and stuff like that they can't pay for, the company go out of business. We ain't going to have neither one of those problems. So we're going to be here for longevity. Now, our mission is to empower people to attain personal financial success. So let's try to talk about what in the world that is. How does it look? Personal financial success looks like this. Let's say, for example, you got $5,000 a month in your household. That could be you and a wife, you know, husband and wife together making 30, whatever the case may be. That's $60,000 a year. Now this could be more, it could be less, but the mechanics of this is still going to work the same. See, has anybody here been watching the news about the fiscal cliff and all this? And they talking about taxes, everybody going up and all this stuff. Anybody nervous about that? Anybody think about that? What's going on with that? You're not nervous about it? Why not?
Because it's not going to be for everybody.
Oh, everybody tax. If they don't do what they're supposed to do, taxes gonna go up for everybody that don't protect themselves against that. See, what I find, especially in our community, over the last couple of months, we've been sitting here saying things like this: Barack Obama need to fix it. No, Barack Obama don't need to fix nothing. Obama need to fix America, but he ain't coming down to fix you and me. It's not his job. So if you think just because he gonna make a decision that's gonna change something, I heard somebody say that he not doing enough for black people to get jobs. Well, first of all, Obama don't even own a business. How he gonna give you a job? See, people saying stuff that don't even make sense. So now, the bottom line is this: it is your responsibility to fix your life. See, if it take you $5,000 a month to take care of your family how you want to take care of them, it's your responsibility to go get that. It's not corporate America's responsibility to give you a job that pays you enough to do that. I see I stepped on somebody's toes. Because I know people say things like this. They say they need to give us some good jobs. No, they do not. They need to build themselves some businesses. Because if somebody else got to build a business to give you a job, why can't you just go build a business and make your own job? That's what we teach people how to do at my Econ. Now, if you have a job here making this $5,000, you got $1,233 going to come out for taxes. Anybody here got taxes that come out of their check? 25 to 30% of your income go to taxes before you ever spend a dime to take care of your family. Now the problem with that is this. Now, instead of you having all this $5,000, you only got $3,767 to do what you need to do. The problem is every time you go make some bills, they're going to base it on your $5,000 and not this. When you go get a mortgage, they're not going to say how much you make after taxes. They want to know how much you make before taxes. You go get a car note, they do the same thing. Well, now everybody's basing bills on money that you don't have. Now, as a business owner, you get all your money up front, nothing is taken out for taxes. Here's how business owners' taxes work. You get all your money up front, you spend the money on everything that you need to spend it on, and if there's anything left, you pay taxes on that. As an employee, you go to work, you get your check, taxes taken out before you even get the check, and then you pay your expenses. Well, which one do you want? Do you want to spend up all the money that you can and then pay taxes on anything that's left, or do you want to have taxes taken off the top? What do you say? Right. That's the best way. That's the best way. Okay? Now, if you try to maintain this lifestyle, Just think about this. You're trying to maintain this lifestyle. When you retire, you got to have something called an asset. That's anything you own that brings you money irregardless to you working. So now, if you're going to get this same $60,000 a year based on your rate of return, so rate of return is how much return that you get in the interest on the principal. So now, you would need $750,000 in your retirement account at 8% to give you $60,000. If you get a lesser rate of return like 6%, you need $1 million getting you 6% to give you the same $60,000. If you get a 4% rate of return, now this is going to be based on financial literacy. See, in this country, we can go anywhere and know how we need to do math, English, reading, all that. We got places for that, right? If we want to know how to be a professional, like I heard somebody say I was going to school for dentistry and all this other stuff. We got great professional education, great academic education. Well, what if you just want to be rich? I want you to think about this. You got to understand that there's a game being played on you. They want to teach you about history, geometry, all this other stuff. When last time you used geometry?
When school got out.
I ain't talking about in school. I'm talking about, okay, let me ask you a better question. Let me ask you a better question. When was the last time geometry made you any money? Did it have anything to do with your job? Unless you're doing architecture or something like that, it has nothing to do with your job, right? Okay.
No job since I've been out.
I can name all types of things that we're told that are what is called prerequisites. We have to go to school and we have to take these things. But when we get out here in the world, those things that are out here in the world with us.
Don't even comply.
They want to teach you history. Nothing wrong with learning history, but you learn somebody else's history, ain't your history. Okay? Okay, think about this. I think that's right. But here's the thing. Unless you go get you an education in finances, are you going to learn anything about money? How old are you? 17. Okay, see, you ain't been in the world long enough to understand what I'm talking about. I promise you this. You're going to go out here and you're going to get all kind of education on stuff that ain't got nothing to do. When you go get a college degree, if you just want to be a nurse, why don't they just give you all the nursing courses? Why you got to take all this other stuff? It's a play to make some money. Now, I'm not saying education is bad, but here's what I am saying. You're going to get a whole bunch of stuff that's really just to make somebody else some money, not to make you some money. And education is subject specific. If you go and get a degree in law, that don't mean you know anything about medicine. If you go get a degree in medicine, don't mean you know anything about mechanics. Just because you go get a degree in mechanics, don't mean you know anything about cooking. So, if you don't go get what is called a financial education, everything in this world is based on finances. Everything. If you ain't got no money, see, people be telling me, money ain't everything. Well, I don't know about that. Try to live your life without some. See how I feel. Get out here and say, let me pay this rent on my good looks, or whatever. It's not going to work. This world is based on money. We got to have money. Okay? So now, when I get in here, you got to get a financial education. We're going to teach you about money. See, if you don't know the rules of capitalism, somebody else going to take your money without putting a gun to your forehead and saying, give me all your money. It's a legal way to rob you. The less education you have about finances, the easier you're going to get taken advantage of. Now, one of the main reasons here, if you don't understand this right here, you need some cash flow for lifestyle. In this society, they're going to let you borrow what is called DTI, that's debt to income. They're going to let you borrow so much money based on your total income. So they're going to let you borrow 45% of this on stuff that you can pay off. So they're going to give you a mortgage payment here, car payment, credit card, student loan, all this other stuff. So now you also got some recurring expenses that you cannot pay off. You got utility payments, home phone, cell phone, internet, insurance, food, auto gas, cell phone. None of these are high cost. This is about what people pay for this stuff. Now, you add this together, 45 and 33, you got 78% of your income that already went to nothing. We didn't even talk about taxes. Taxes were taken out off the top. Well, look at this other stuff that you don't have, or you might not have. You need some health insurance. You got some child care. I see some babies in here. Okay? Entertainment. Some people say, I ain't doing no entertainment. Yeah, you are. You just had something called Christmas. Personal items. Okay? You got personal items. That's every bit of $1,000 for everybody I know on these things. Well, tithes and offerings. The church even talking about they want $500. Okay? Well, they make that on your gross, not your net. So so everybody's basing these things on money that you ain't even got. Okay? Emergency fund, you gotta have one of those. You gotta put some money aside, because you can't keep putting money on stuff on the credit card every time something breaks down. Retirement, you need to be saving at least $500 to $1,000 a month for retirement. But when I started looking at all this stuff here, I find we running way short. Just look at it. We started out with $5,000. The government already hit us. They figured out how to get 30% off the top. Bam. Church want they $500. Household debt right here. Recurring expenses here. Additional lifestyle. Emergency fund. All this. We added up. We done spent all the $5,000 plus $2,383. Everybody I run into, and I talk to thousands of people across this country, they running somewhere between 25 and 50% short every month. So they subsidize their household, their lifestyle on credit cards and debt. Well, the Bible says the borrower is subservient to the lender. And if you want to be the head, not the tail over in Deuteronomy, it talks about who the head and who the tail is. The head is the one doing the lending, the one lending to many nations. The tail is the one borrowing. Now, debt is a curse. You do know that, right? Anybody here got some debt? Okay? See, we're seduced in this country to that debt is okay. We taught that it's okay to have credit cards, ain't no big deal. They say, come on down, get some. Come on down, get this new Cadillac. Woo, that thing shiny. Woo, no money down. $5 a month. And since we like nice, pretty, shiny things, we come down here and we get it. But see, we all riding around looking good. We smelling good. We ain't got no money. That's the problem. Okay? And that is the game of capitalism. It's a play to get your money. What you got to do is figure out how not to let everybody else get your money. And the first area you got to stop right here is these taxes. So we're going to talk about that. So now, let's talk about this real quick.
Well, I'm back in school.
Oh, yeah, you're in school today, sir. You're in school today. We're going to talk about some stuff. I'm just getting warmed up in here. I'm just getting started. Okay, now, even though my little screen ain't acting right, we still going to do what we need to do. Common business deductions. See, business owners get tax deductions that employees don't. You got to understand that. It's two ways to file taxes. As a business owner, as an employee. When you do it as an employee, you got 3 or 4 tax deductions. As a business owner, you got over 400. Now, I'm just going to talk to you about 6 of them. Car and truck expenses. Anybody got a car or truck in here? You drive a car, okay? Does it cost you money or make you money? Would you like to be able to write off every time you drive that thing as a tax deduction? You can do that.
You can.
Okay?
Yeah.
We show you how to do that. Okay? Anybody got a car note? Okay? Would you like to be able to write some of that interest off? See, would you like the government to pick up some of that for you as a tax deduction? See, they pick it up for everybody else. They go over to Iraq and they do what's called nation building. They were sending up billions of dollars weekly. But here you go, you struggling. You try to get a little, can the sister get a hand out? They like, well, call us back. Because you ain't know the rules of the game. You ain't know how to play. We're gonna teach you how to play. You got a cell phone, internet access, home phone. We'd like the government to pick up some of that as a tax deduction. See? Meals and entertainment. What about every time you go out to eat? What about every time you go see Medea's new play and all this other crazy stuff? When you go to the concert, when you go to the Pistons game, when you go to the Lions game, I would like the government to pick up 50% of that. See, this is what we teach people how to do. See, you already spending money on this stuff right here. Somewhere to the tune of $10,000 to $30,000 a year. And what we do is we teach you how to convert these into tax deductible expenses, and now they save you on taxes. Because see, every $10,000 in tax deductions saves you $3,000 on your taxes. And the average person that joins our business cuts their taxes anywhere between $3 and $10 grand a year for the rest of their life. So now, let's get to this other myth. Because some people think, well, everybody got to pay taxes. No, that ain't true. Everybody got to file taxes, but everybody ain't got to pay. But now, Here's another thing. People think these refunds is good. Well, let's go with the IRS. Let's see what they say. Now, at this time, they were talking about 80% of the population was getting refunds. And at that time, it was $2,126. Anybody here get a refund last year on taxes? Anybody anticipate getting a refund this year? Okay, let me ask you something. Because I see everybody being shy about it. I'm going to ask you another way. Let's say if I told you I got a refund of $3,000 last year, and then the year before that, I got $4,000 in a refund, which year did I do better?
The year before that.
The year before that, the one where I got $4,000. See, that's the misnomer. See, I want to make sure y'all get what I'm talking about. When you get a refund, do you know where the refund comes from? Most people don't. Let's read what the IRS says. It says, where does your refund come from? It comes from your wallet or your purse when you tell your employer how much to withhold from your paycheck, or you make an estimated tax payment. For the average refund, that's about $40 a week too much. So what they're saying is the average person is overpaying their taxes. See, when you get a refund, that's how much you overpaid by. So when you start saying I got a $3,000 refund, that means you paid $3,000 too much. Make sense? So now, are you so rich that you just need to give the government $3,000, $4,000 a year and let them just hold on to it all year long, or do you need it for something else in your life? You got, see, think about it. You got bills on a monthly basis. You said you had a car note, right? Would you like, now think about it. If you get a $3,000 refund, that means you're overpaying about $250 a month too much. Would it be better for you to take that extra $250 and drop it with your $300 or $400 car note and have the car paid off in 18 months? That makes sense, right? See, we don't need to give the government an interest-free loan. They got enough money. I bet if you got some of theirs, they ain't going to give you no interest-free loan. It's going to have fees and penalties and all kind of stuff on it. But you give them free money. Don't give them no free money. See, you got to start thinking like a capitalist. So now, you might be using this extra withholding as a forced savings method. But Uncle Sam doesn't pay interest on refunds except in special circumstances. Putting the money in any type of savings account and paying down debts might be a better option. Now, this is what the IRS tell you to do. But see, somebody else has created a business based on your ignorance. It's called H&R Block. It's called Rapid Refund. Since you so broke, you can't even wait the 14 days on electronic file. They figured out how to charge you another $300 or $400 so you can get your money the next day. Because you just that broke, well, you can't wait 12, 13 days. Because of your financial illiteracy, they created a business to make billions of dollars on you. See, you got to get to the point where you say, no, they can't have no more of my money. No, they can't have my $400. I want my $400. Now, let's get back into this. Okay, let me give you an example here how this will work out. This is somebody on the left side. This is somebody at W-2. They got a job. Okay, they make $60,000. They get what is called itemized deductions. So that means they get some deductions that the government is going to give them. So a lot of times people take a standard deduction where it's married filing jointly, head of household, married filing separately, stuff like that. This is what they mean by these deductions here. So now, you can also get some exemptions. This is a family of 4. There's about $3,400 or something like that per person that's dependent on the income for everybody. So it's a family of 4, so that's 4 times $3,400 or whatever. That's how we come up with this. You add these together, that's $30,000. So now this would adjust our income down from $60,000 to $30,000. So now our taxable income becomes $30,000. See, this is the mechanics of taxes. This is how it works. You get your standard deductions, and then you get your exemptions, and then whatever's left, you pay taxes on that. But now, in this example, they would owe about $3,633 on that in taxes. Now, the W-4 was filled out incorrectly. Now, what's the W-4? That's this thing right here. You thought it was asking you how many kids you had. This thing right here. Okay? It's asking you about much more than how many kids you have. But 80 to 90% of the people have this filled out wrong. This is why they get a refund. So you probably can't read this, but I'm going to read it. It says complete form W-4 so that your employer can withhold the correct amount of federal income tax from your pay. Consider completing a new Form W-4 each year or whenever your personal or financial situation changes. Well, I know people that have been on the job 20 years, they never changed the form. And they had all kind of different things change in their life. Now, some people think if I change this form, they're going to put me under the jail. Nope, that's not true. Some people think, well, I got 2 kids, I just put 2 and I just turn in. No, you got to fill out this whole worksheet. Many people have 0, 1, or 2 on this form when they should have 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 12 or 13, depending on their situation. And then when you add a home-based business on here, you might qualify for 15 or 16 allowances. These are allowances, not deductions. So now that could save you money on a monthly basis. So instead of you getting a big refund of $10,000, for example, you will get an extra $800 a month on your paycheck. Now, over here, this is a person that has a business. They made the same $60,000. They got the same itemized deductions. They got the same exemptions. So now they also got a couple of business deductions here. They drove their car. So now they drove 16,000 miles, and 60% of the time they converted them to business miles times 50 cents. That's $5,000 in a tax deduction. That's about $1,200 in tax savings. Interest on the car, $2,400 for the year. 60% of that, $1,440. Many people have children. Children cost us money to the tune of $4,000 to $6,000 a year. We cannot write that off on our taxes as employees, but as a business owner, you can. So now this person has 2 children. We showed them how to write off $4,200 per child. Well, now they got another $8,500 in tax deductions. Well, now the taxable income went to $15,000, down from $30,000. Well, taxes on $15,000 is much less than $30,000. So now the taxes owed is $1,500. Well, they still had the W-4 filled out wrong on the job. They had $6,000 taken out, so they still got a refund over here, $4,500 as opposed to $2,737. Now that's just on 3 of them. Many people save somewhere between $5,000, $6,000, and $7,000 every year on this example. But this is just one way to show you the mechanics of how this works. Okay? Now, how do we keep track of all this? We have a very simple program here. Okay. Now, you probably can't see this, but this is a static shot of our cash flow manager system. What you do is you can access it from any computer or any smartphone. And here's how it works. Okay, so when you got expenses in your life, it works just like this. So you hit this little thing here. You go right in here. I hit demo. Then I hit select. So now it's going to take me to this. Then I hit enter expense. Boom. Then I put everything in here. The who, the what, the where, how much it was, any mileage associated with it, and it'll save the entry. So now what it'll do is it'll convert it over to this thing here, which you can't see, it's kind of blurry, but you see all the stuff right here to categorize, organize, do all this stuff, add up everything for you. So now you got everything in a great form to be able to do your tax records and everything. So it's real simple. Now, anybody ever referred people to any type of business? Of course you have. You do it all the time. Okay, you ever told somebody about a good movie?
Yeah.
You referred them to a business. Okay, you ever told somebody about a good sale in the supermarket? You refer them to the business. About for things going on at Macy's, all kinds of stuff like that, right? Great deals you seen in the paper for Black Friday. You told they went, right? Now, here's the problem. You ain't get paid. Why you sending people business and not getting a check? See? You selling all the time. Stuff that you like, you sell it. Like that phone right there. You like that phone? Okay. Is it the most favorite phone you ever had?
Yeah.
Okay. I bet, I'm a venture off to say that you told somebody about it. How wonderful this phone was.
Yeah, she got the same.
She got the phone. Now think about this. Now you don't think about this. She got the phone based on you saying, well, girl, you need to go get this thing, right?
No, we didn't know we had the same phone.
Oh, okay.
That's what, so we found out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. But here's the thing. We sell all the time. I hear people saying this thing, I don't want to sell. You always selling. And you always selling for free.
Yeah.
And then I get to telling you, say, look, you need to sell something to make you some money. You say, oh, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. When you see that good-looking man, you say, woo! Let me get myself together here. you got to sell it. You got to put your hair together. You got the makeup on, right? You weren't walking around with the roses in your head, right? When he came over, the house wasn't looking a mess. Shoes and stuff out. Everything was cleaned up. That's selling.
You know.
That's selling. You ain't out there, you know, with your worst clothes on, you know, crusty eye boogers and stuff. You ain't got that, right? That's all a part of the sales process. That's all part of the sales process.
Just put y'all on front. Look.
Well, no, men do the same thing.
Right.
Men do the same thing. The same thing. I was just on a date weeks ago. I'm making sure my breath wasn't stinking, right? I took a shower. I put my deodorant on. I had my nice clean clothes on. I was selling. Now, when you join this business, matter of fact, let me go back. You get a website like this. This is my website. So I decided to put my picture on here. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but it's got my information. So now, your website will look the same. Go up here to the top. It's just like if you bought a McDonald's. It looks just like any other McDonald's. But who the owner is right here. So I'm the owner of this website. So now if somebody were to buy products and services from me, they would click right here. Now you see a couple of categories. They can book travel with me. Anybody in here ever book airfare, hotel, rental car, and cruises? Okay. Now, here's my question. See, we don't got to make this a hard thing. Does it make sense that if you're going to buy airfare and hotel or a vacation package, would you just go ahead and click it right here and go give the money to somebody else? It makes sense to go click it right here because you get a commission on it, right? Now, anybody ever heard of Priceline? Okay, you see commercials for them every day. So if I click that, it's going to open Priceline. So now, you see this little thing right here that says MYE1224E? That's me. That's how Priceline know they got to send me a check. So now, if I buy anything here, or if I send somebody to my site and they buy a cruise and all this other little stuff, bam, I'm going to get paid a check. Now, so let me close this out. Health and wellness. Anybody here take nutritional products? Okay. All right, so since it's only two, I got to tell y'all about this. See, you got to...
Stop, boy.
You have got to... No, you cannot use a paper. Okay. You've got to take you some nutrition. The soil is 95% depleted of all vitamins and minerals. We have got to supplement in some form of fashion. Even if we eat a quote-unquote what is called a good diet, we're not getting all the stuff that we need in our diet. Okay? Now, we have a product here called Daily Ultimate. This product here has over 200 different ingredients in it. You can get it for as little as $1 a day. And it has all this stuff in it. It has 150 naturally occurring phytochemicals, including oleic acid, 29 fruits, 13 vegetables, and 20 proprietary herbs, 13 vitamins, 69 minerals, 6 essential fatty acids, 17 amino acids, lots of different things for your body. You need this, okay? Not because I say so. If you do some research, you will understand that you cannot be out here and not have good nutrition. This is why so many people is getting cancers and all this other stuff. You've got to put the right things in your body. If you keep putting junk in your body, you're going to get junk out. Okay, right here. This thing here is called the Cashback Mall. Okay. Anybody anybody see any people on here that you do business with? Hold on a second. Okay, now let's get in here. It must have, somebody's asking me questions.
Kohl's, Target. I love Kohl's.
Okay, now,
Macy's.
okay, let's keep on going here. Now, you probably spent some money with some of these people, right? Here's my question.
Sam's Club.
All of them.
Okay, now, when you gonna start getting paid for doing it?
You don't.
You doing it right
Unless you
now?
file it on your taxes.
Nah, you start doing this today. You can start shopping at any one of these places to get paid. So what we did is this. We have gone out and partnered with over 1,000 different retailers. Everybody from Macy's, Sam's Club, Walmart, Lord & Taylor, lots of them. Okay, every time you shop online at any of these places, you're going to get cash back anywhere between 2% and 37% cash back depending on who they are. Now, here's the key. You can find things on the internet 10 to 20% cheaper than walking into the store. Most people don't know this, okay? Now, I save money on that. Okay, now let me show you something. Now, you ladies here, since there's more ladies, I'm going to cater to y'all a little bit so y'all can understand what we got going on here. I'm just going to show you something. Now, we'll let this thing pop up. Now, anybody ever heard of like BCBG? Y'all, you know what that is? I know you know what that is. Okay. Now, would you say that stuff is expensive or cheap? What do you think?
It's pretty costly.
It's pretty costly. Okay. Would you like to have some if it was like 50, 60, 70% off? 80% off?
Of course.
Okay, listen, I'm going to show you how to get down. I'm going to show you how to get down right here. Now, see, if you walk up at Macy's right now, they got this stuff probably on full price. But you can go right here to 6 p.m. And let's see here. My connection kind of moving slow. We're gonna get into this here, and I'm just gonna show you something. Okay. We're gonna make this a little bigger. Well, I don't want you to miss. You can already see right here, this thing right here is look like $280 or something like that, and that's $61. Now, as it starts popping up here, you'll start seeing what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's top there. Okay. Now, $98 for that, $62.99. Okay. Regularly $218, that's $89 there. Regularly $318, that's $122. Well, you can start buying things up to 80% off retail prices on this site here. So you can buy lots of different things, Nike stuff, all kinds of stuff, okay? Men can buy things, so it's men and women stuff on here. So here's how this works. When you want to shop, and a lot of times I'm fairly easy, I like know my size and stuff like that, I just go ahead and I just buy stuff. Now there's some shirts that I typically buy. If I go out to Nordstrom over in Somerset, they want $228 for the shirt. I can get it on here typically for about $140, $150, which is a good deal because they never on sale. But here's what you got to see here. Free shipping on all orders. So first thing you need to understand is you ain't got to pay shipping. They're going to ship it to your house absolutely free. You already see that the prices are better. But now, because there is no what is called 6 p.m. store in Michigan, then you obviously don't pay any sales tax. So you save on taxes, you save on cost, and you save on shipping. But also because you did it through the My Econ system, My Econ is going to send you a check for 3.5% cash back right here. So it says 3.5% cash back. So you're going to get cut a check for shopping here. Then you're going to get a commission from My Econ if you're a My Econ associate. So you can sign people up for this service absolutely for free. And every single time they spend money, then they get cash back and you get commissions. So back here to another product here. Last but not least, then we're going to talk about how you get paid, and then we'll be done. This is called Family Shield 360. This is a product that has 6 different services in one. It has your roadside assistance, so it's just like AAA. It has your roadside assistance, your free and discount legal care, so they'll do a will for you. They'll do a lot of different things for you absolutely free. Identity theft protection, so they'll monitor your ID, give you $25,000 worth of insurance if somebody steals your identity. Free and discount tax preparation and audit advice, financial education, credit counseling, and life events counseling. Life events counseling is if you have some type of issue like that, you want to talk to somebody, a professional about, a counselor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week will talk to you about it. Now, we sell this service for $18.95 a month. Many people spend somewhere between $8 to $15 a month for each of these services separately. So it's a great service. Now, you will be able to market this service to people, and when they pay for it, you're going to get a commission every single month. Now, if you have a cell phone that has a SIM card in it, you can use our 5X communications, which is backed by T-Mobile. You can pay your phone bill every month and get a commission on that. But now, let's talk about how in the world you make money here. Yeah. Now, this is how this works. Now, right now, we offer this service for $179.95 to get started in the business with us, or $99. Today is absolutely free for a couple of days, and then it's going to go back to the $180. But now, when a person enrolls in my Econ, I'm going to talk to you from the basis of $179. They also pay a $29.95 monthly fee. So now, it's just like if you went out and got yourself a McDonald's, you would pay an upfront fee, and then there will be some type of ongoing cost to maintain the business. Even if you went and got yourself a lawn care business, you would still have to put some money into get it started, and there will be something going on a monthly basis to keep it going. But now, once you've done this, you're what is called a marketing director or an MD. Now, as people buy products and services from you, Daily Ultimate is the nutrition, the cash flow manager is our software system, the Family Shield 360, and the Cashback Mall. Okay, every time something happens there's commission value accumulated every time those products and services are sold. So now, on the first $200, you are promoted to National Director. So now, once you've gotten this $200 out of the way, you've been promoted to what is called National Director. Now, National Director has an opportunity to make unlimited $1,000 bonuses on this deal. So here's how it works. You can either have the 2 people enrolled for $179.99. That'll give you $200 in CV, or it can be products and services. But once you've done that, now you can go out and enroll somebody else. Now let's say this is Willie. They go out and enroll Will into the business. So now, on every personal person that you enroll into the business after that, we're going to pay you a $50 check. But now, once Will goes out and enrolls his first 2, we're going to give you a $25 check on each of those. So W1 got W2, or W3, that's another 25. W4, that's another 25. 25 and 25 for a total of 7. So now here's what happened. On the first one, the first 2, you made $50. Then you got 25 with all the rest of these, and then we paid you $1,000 for a bonus. So if you add all this together, you made $225. $1,225 on this whole thing. So now every 7 people that enroll into this system, from this point on forever, you're going to get a $1,000 check on the 7th one and $25 in between, or $50 if it's personal. So now, we started another leg here. We put Tim in, and then we got down here, and then Tim got some that came in, and went on down here. Now, this is how it works. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, boom, 1,000. You made $1,175. So now, you are getting something called leveraged income. Leveraged income is income that's not only what you get paid for what work that you do, it's what other people do. See, think about it. Everybody that has any significant money in this world get paid off other people. I just name anybody you think that's wealthy or that's well off, they get paid on other people. But here's the problem. Poor and middle class people, they get paid on just themselves. The only time they make some money is when they go out and do some work. I don't ever want to be in that position ever again in my life. I hear people make this statement. They say, I work for every dime I get. I think that's the saddest statement you would ever make. Because as soon as you stop working, you ain't getting no dimes. As soon as you sleeping, you ain't getting no dimes. See, I want some money when I'm sleeping. I want some money when I'm on vacation. I want some money when I'm with my family. And I want some money when I'm working. Why not? If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
Amen.
See, nothing wrong with working a job, but when you work a job, just understand, somebody else is making money on your efforts. You building somebody else's asset. See, when God told Jacob to stop working for the money and start working for the cattle, he showed him how to change his pay system. Change your pay system from working for money to working for wealth. Wealth is when you own the asset. When you keep on working for the money, you never get a harvest. Getting a paycheck on Friday is not a harvest. The harvest is reaped in the next season. I think that is right. Is that right? So now, let's get in here. Last little deal. This is major. See, you understand how major this could be. Let's say you start going down through this thing here in increments of 2. You're going to average $167 on everybody that come in for $179. First 2, $335, $670, $1340. We take this 12 cycles of this, you make $1.3 million. But look at this on the back side. As people pay their $29.95 a month in buy products and services, you're going to average at least $5 to $10 a month on everybody that's active. So now, $10 here on these two, $20 on here. Look at this. We go all the way down here, that's $41,000 a month. See? I don't know about you. When I saw this opportunity like this in late 97, for the first time, something that worked like this, I said, this made total sense to me. I didn't even know about how to make it work, anything. But I got involved, and I started trying to do it. I fell on my face a little bit, and then I worked the job a little bit, and then I started another company a little bit, but I just kept on moving, kept on moving, kept on moving. Well, I started this company in 2005. I've been here ever since. I've been full-time with the company for about 3 years. Okay? I've been able to put roughly about 1,000 people through this system. So I know that the system does work. I don't work anybody's job. I don't punch nobody's clock. I get up when I'm tired of sleeping and go to bed when I'm tired of just walking around. But now, you also are going to get what is called some software in this business. And then we're going to close out, and I'm going to answer the questions that you might have on the deal. But I promise you, there are people out here, you might say, okay, who's the market? Who am I looking for in this business? You look for anybody that got a job because you know they got a tax issue. That's number one. They fit. They lose 30% of their income to taxes. Anybody who has some debt that they want to get rid of, so they ride around all these new cars, and they broke, they need to see this system. And then,
Do that include child support too?
they need some money. So yes,
It's like they took 10,000 from me.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we gotta go make you 10,000 more.
But that's what I'm saying. If
Right.
they take that 10,000 out of my check, because that's non-taxable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They took that off the top before they even
Understand.
taxed me.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? I need to know if I can get some of that 10,000 back. I don't know how much they took this
You
year. That was just
can't
last year.
get that back from them. But what you can do is go make yourself 10,000 more. See, what's the way you gonna make another 10,000? Nah, that ain't gonna get it.
Right.
That ain't gonna get it. See, since this business is not what it's called, I forget how they categorize it. But since it don't fall in that category of getting a check every Friday because you just show up, they can't just cut into this and just say, okay, we take child support out of this. Matter of fact, they don't even know you even getting this income until you file your taxes next year sometime.
Wow.
Because the income on this is a year later, because we don't file a 1099 with the IRS until the year later after you make the income. So you can be on this thing for a whole year making money before they even know you got money coming from this, number one. Number two, since it's not your primary job, they can't just come in here and just say they want some just because they want some. But now, let's get into this. This is a software system that helps you build a financial plan. Let me make sure you see y'all can see this. Let's get a little bigger here. All right. What this is asking is, what's your retirement freedom goal? So what we're saying is, how much money do you need on a monthly basis to live your lifestyle how you want without going back to work? In this example, we want $7,000 a month. We're trying to get this done by 2027, and we believe that we're going to get $750 a month from our pension and Social Security. Now I was going to ask you, what do you have in your retirement savings right now? Well, in this example, we got $45,000. That's about what most people are, roughly. Actually, it's really less than that. I can pull up a statistic that says the average person reaching retirement age right now got less than $25,000. But I'm going to show you how they way off track. I'm going to show you where our market is here. Now, $200 a month is what they already save right now in the 401k. Can you invest anything extra? No, because they broke. Do you have anything going for an emergency fund? Nope. So now, they don't know anything about the W-4, so they typically get a refund here. Now, they got some debts. They got a student loan of $60,000, a car of $20,000, a visa of $1,000, a mortgage of $140,000, and furniture without van for $8,000. Here, minimum payments are what we put in here. Everything that you can pay off in your life, you put it right here. Everything that cannot be paid off, but you can possibly save money on, goes right here. So, cell phone, instead of doing this unlimited deal with Sprint, they might have went to, Metro PCS. I don't know.
That's $45 right there.
Eating out, instead of eating out so much, we go to $150 a month. Car insurance, we go from the $250 deductible to $1,000. Now sometimes when I say that, people say, well, wait a minute. That means I got to have $1,000 in my car get wrecked. Yes, that's true. But how many times you reckon? If I'm going to save you $500 to $1,000 a month on your taxes every month for the next 6 months, you should have $1,000 in 2-3 months. Just don't wreck before then. Right? But now you're going to save yourself 20% on your insurance every month. But now, one more I didn't put on here. We got all this happy hour stuff that a lot of us like to do. And I tell people all the time, well, stop buying your drinks by the shot and buy them by the gallon. Go home and just get a big old, get a big old gallon of it. You save money. But now, we go right here. No, they know that, but you know they out there drinking. You know they drinking. Come on. People like me drink. They drink. Some people drinking right now. I don't drink, but that's what people do. But now we turn all this into a summary. We got $7,000 here. That's what we need on a monthly basis. That's our freedom goal. We need $7,000 to just kind of live our life how we want to, retire, all that. $750 gonna come from the pension and Social Security. So we minus this $750 from the $7,000. We need $6,250 in a shortfall. We got to come up with that. How in the world we gonna get it? Well, now the computer gonna tell us what you need to do. You need $789,000 in your retirement account to get this $6,250. You already have $45,000 that grew to $186. So you minus the $186 from the $789. See, most people need somewhere between $700,000 and $1 million+ to fix their life and retire and live how they want to live. But now, we got $600,000 that we need. Right now, based on that, you need to invest $1,523 every month right now. You already doing $200. We minus this from that, you need $1,323. That's what a traditional financial planner will see. See, some people say, well, I'm going to get me a financial plan, they're going to get me straight. No, you're not. Because all he going to do is show you this same stuff right here and say, well, write me a check for $13.23 every month. I'm going to invest it for you and I'm going to get you straight. What's your first problem? You ain't got $13.23. So the financial planner cannot fix your life. The only way to fix your life is doing what my Econ is talking about. So now, let's talk about this. Okay. If you just grow your business by 3.5 people a month, now if you can't do that, you ain't trying to. In that system that I showed you. If you grow your business by 3.5 people a month, that means every 2 months you got 7 people that join your business. You get a $1,000 bonus. So you restaurant just hit a $1,000 bonus every 2 months. But now you making $500 a month on average. Well, in most cases, based on not overpaying the taxes and also cutting your taxes by the tax deductions, we're going to give you roughly, in this example, $700 extra a month on your paycheck. I've seen it as high as $1,000 or $1,200. Now, do a little budget here, change our insurance deductible, stuff like that. We got $206. Now the computer system is going to say you got $1,406 for debt elimination on this deal. We decided to take $300 of the $1,400 and put it into an emergency fund. So every single month we take $300 and put it away and save it. Because you want to have 6 to 9 months living expenses saved up. Because if you don't, you're going to mess around, you lose your job and mess around and get denied unemployment or whatever. You need to be able to live. You can't spend up every dime you got. You got to have at least 6 to 9 month living expenses. So if it take you $2,000 a month, you need $12,000 sitting in an account somewhere just in case you lose your livelihood.
Right.
Now, all your debts is put in here in order which ones to pay off first. So now you got $1,100 here. It's saying take this all you got to do is follow the system. It says take this $1,100 and add it to your $65 that you was already paying. In 1 month, that Visa is paid off. Well, now you got a new cash flow of $1,171. You take this $1,171 and add it to the $250 a month for the furniture. In 6 months, the $8,000 balance is paid off. Now you got $1,421. You take the $1,421 and add it to the $425 you're already paying. Now in 11 months, your car is paid off. Now you got $1,846. You can add it to the $600 a month for the $60,000 in student loan debt. In 25 months, that's paid off. Well, now look at this. You paid off this $140,000 house in 40 months. I saw something not too long ago. They was talking about selling houses in Detroit for $700. I don't know what in the world kind of house a person buying for $700, but here's the deal. You paid off $229,000 in debt. It's 2019 now in your life. But now you got $3,546 a month to go toward building your assets. This is how you fix your life. Now, column 1 is what you had already. This is what you already had in your retirement account, $45,000. It's going to grow to $202. You already do $200 a month. That's going to continue to grow to $88,000. If you add these two together, you got $291,000 in cash. If you did not do my Econ, that's all you would have. But see, a lot of people look at that and say, well, $291,000, that's good. No, it ain't. That's bad. That's a drop in the bucket. You needed $700,000. That's why you're going back to work. This is why people retire from school teaching and doing whatever it is that they're doing, and then they go get another job. Everybody you see that retire is not retired. They retire from one job and go get another one. My understanding of retirement don't mean you switch jobs. It means I just stopped working. So, the reason why they're going back to get jobs, they don't have enough money to live. They're trying to live on 40% of what they were making while they were working. Is there any point in your life you want to live on 40% of what you're doing today? If you don't, you better fix it now. If you don't, you're going to get the same thing everybody else got. This is what 96% of the population got. 40% of what they were doing for 40 years. I promise you, you can't afford to do that. But now, you got debt-free by 2019. Everything that was going towards car notes, credit cards, student loans, mortgages, now goes in your investment account. So now, you picked up $601,000. Well, now you add this to this, you got $893,000 in cash. See, it was just a decision to change your life. Make a little bit of new extra money and repackage where you were. But now, if you go one more year, y'all know what that number means, right? That's $1 million. You're a millionaire. Now, what's the key to that? If you go back up here, you were never anybody who was just knocking it out the park and doing home runs. You was making $500 a month, part-time, while you working your job. But because you use our system systematically, you fixed your life. Now, make this even more better, as they say. We're going to take that all to zero. Now we change the financial plan in real time, if it ever get to moving. Okay. Now we go here. All those numbers up top stay the same. Now we didn't make anything on a monthly basis. See, the only thing you got to do, understand, is this. There's two things you got to do to qualify for tax deductions. Number one, you got to make a bona fide attempt to make money. You can't be just talking about you got a business, but you never go try to get no customers, never try to do anything. Number two, you got to keep adequate records. Now, we got a system for doing both of those. But now you qualify. So even though you didn't actually make money, you still qualify for the tax deductions here. Now we still got this other thing here. Well, look what happened. We still paid off the $140,000 house in 46 months, as opposed to 40. So it took us 6 months longer on that deal. But now look what happened. You still got on down here, got $862,000. You still got $988,000 on this deal. So the bottom line is this. You can buy this whole, now we typically sell this for $180. And January 1st, we're going back to $180. But right now, it's free. You get everything we're talking about, free. You sign up, put a debit card in here, we ain't going to charge you nothing, we're just going to authorize $1, make sure it's an actual live card, put you in here, you're going to get a website, everything. And now you're going to be able to go and start building the business. Now, as you start building the business, as when people start back to paying and doing this stuff and learn how to do this, then you're going to start making commission checks. I've been getting commission checks since 2005, every Friday. And I ain't never missed. Ain't none of the checks bounce. Matter of fact, I just had a bonus on my last paycheck. I think that was good. Anybody got questions on any of this while we're here?
Yeah, the what's that, $29 a month?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what, like a franchise fee?
Yeah, it's a monthly technology fee because you are able to accept credit cards and everything on the website. You have access to all our training. We update everything, so you ain't got to worry about monitoring the website or anything. We do all that for you. Okay, so that's really, it incurs that cost to be able to do all those things. And then you also get access to our software.
I'm with it.
Okay.
All I need is $1. I'm with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's had a quick question, but I'm gonna help you get signed up. Just give me a second here.
And with the phone bill, you said the only how you pay the phone bill is by you having a chip in your phone.
But see, what I'm looking at too is,
So you can't, if you don't got a SIM card, you can't pay your phone bill over there on this.
No.
I need anything that's going to help me.
Now, he had a question here about this, about the free and discount legal care. This is how it works. Okay. If you can see this. Okay, I'm gonna read it from here, but you can look at it up there. The free and discount legal care includes the initial phone consultation for each new legal matter with no time limit, initial face-to-face consultation of each new legal matter with no time limit, review of your independent legal documents. So they'll look at contracts for you up to 6 pages each with no limit of number of new independent documents. The plan attorney will prepare a simple will for you, so they'll create a will for you. Typically, that's $200 to $300. They do that for free. State-specific web-based living will. Basically, what that is when if you get incapacitated and go to the hospital, somebody needs to know what are your medical directives. Do you want them to keep you on life support and how long and all that kind of stuff. So typically, a lawyer will charge you $200 to $300 to put that document together. We do that for absolutely free. Now, the reason why you need a will is this: if you have a minor child and you die, the state starts, if you don't have a will, the state makes a decision on who gets what and how everything is divvied up. You don't want that happening. If you want your stuff to go to specific people and all this kind of stuff, bank accounts, all that, you need a will. But now, you also need something called a trust. A trust will help you bypass what is called probate. Probate is the court where the courts try to make some money off your death. So what we do is they won't do that for free, but you get it at a discount. Typically, it's $1,000 at a lawyer's office to get a trust, because the trust pass all your assets to your children and bypass the court system without having to pay the fees or go through the time and cost of that. Also, when deemed appropriate, the plan attorney will make calls on your behalf. So think about this. Let's say you went and got your car fixed at a repair shop, and then they kind of messed up the job and didn't do what they were supposed to do, and they were supposed to have a warranty, but then they started talking about, we ain't doing nothing else, that's your fault. Okay? Instead of you going up there acting a fool, talking about, I'm going to bust somebody's head open to the white meat and all this kind of stuff, you just say, well, wait a minute, I'm going to call my lawyer going to call you, and the lawyer will call up there and say, well, I'm such and such an attorney, and we have an issue with da-da-da-da, and you need to do da-da-da-da-da. That's going to carry more weight than you going up there and acting a fool and being black. So, now, things that are included for free are these things here, but you get up to 70% discount. So traffic ticket defense, name change, a simple will with minors trust, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, non-support, child stuff, simple divorce, regular incorporation. So there's a lot of different things. But
what
you
is
get up
that
to
traffic ticket defense?
if you get a ticket, they'll come defend you in court.
Where?
Yeah.
Everybody, you already got them.
Well, if you already got them and you have not been to court, I mean, if you already been to court, then they've already pleaded.
I'm trying to get that straightened out.
Okay, well, yeah, then what you would have to do is once you get in. Now, this, like I said, is $18.95 a month if you want this service and all this included. But what you do is once you get the service, you call the hotline, and then they'll direct you to an attorney in the area, and then the attorney will go from that point, depending on what all the situation is, get all the particulars, and then you go from there. Yeah. So.
What do you already have traffic tickets?
Same issue. If it's something that you have to still go to court for or something like that, well, then it's probably a judgment that's already been levied against you on it. So it's nothing you can do about it. Then you just gotta take care of it. You gotta pay. You just gotta get some money and pay the tickets. All right. Any other questions?
With this, what you just said, like, this is just for people that sign on, like, can the customers purchase this as well?
The customers, you mean purchase this particular product or service? Yeah. You get customers and you can sign on yourself as a customer, and you can sign other people up for it. And you make a commission every single month.
So so the people that we get, we sign on through, we get a website or something too?
Yeah, you get a website when you sign up. Like you say, you ready to sign up. I'm gonna sign you up, and your website gonna be here live instantly. And then once you got that, now from this point, you'll be able to enroll other people for free up until the 31st at 11:59, and then from that point on, it'll be the 180 if you sign somebody up. You'll start making bonuses. So now think about this. I'm gonna draw this out so you can see this.
So that 180 is a one-time fee?
Yes.
For the year?
Yep. But since you sign up today, it's free, so you ain't got to pay it at all.
Is that a yearly rate?
No, one time.
One-time fee.
So if you sign up today, you ain't gonna never have to pay it. When I joined, I had to pay it. I would say it's a good time.
So sign up now, you ain't never got it.
All right. Okay.
So, question.
Go ahead.
Now, let's get signed up, and like, like, okay, say like I signed like Sister Keisha and Sister Keisha, so I'll get paid off Sister Keisha and Sister Keisha, whoever she signed up. Is that how it goes? Or
That is technically yes, but depending on the situation. But yes, that is you got the gist of it. Yes. Now, okay.
I got a question. You sign them people up on the page?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alright. Let's say you get in today. And we need to go get busy because see, time is of the essence. So this is you. Alright? We go out here and we drop these first two in here. Boom. That's going to get you promoted to the national director position. Okay? Now once you've done that, we need to go get as many of these as we can. Especially while we're free. Okay? Let's say seven. Okay. That's 7 of them right there. Now say all these came in for free. Now, also what we got a part of this plan, everybody that you enroll in this business for free. Now here's what we ask people to do. We want them to try this business for 6 months. Because I don't know how you're going to say you're going to try a business for 30 days and you don't know, and all this kind of stuff. I mean, that's just like saying you're going to try a job for 2 weeks. Now what you need to do is go ahead and try to make things work, whatever it is you're doing. Okay? And really going into business, when I decided to go into business, I knew that business was going to be what I did forever. I ain't got no